Most of the speeches touched on the concept of the kind of softer side of the totalitarianism that we're kind of facing, not just the hard facts of the DSA and how content is removed online. One of the things that we've just published a report on, we just exposed, is the degree to which this softer side is actually funded by the European Commission itself. So the European Commission spends, we found, 650 million euros funding academics, researchers and NGOs, all to propagate the idea that there's an enormous problem with hate speech and disinformation. That's 30% more through Horizon is spent funding so-called disinformation studies than is spent on international cancer research. So whilst we have a kind of cultural problem to deal with, winning the argument about freedom of speech and open debate, we also have to get to grips with the fact that this is an entirely astroturfed phenomenon. There are no ordinary people out there who are demanding that we take action on disinformation and hate speech. Rather, there are people whose entire livelihoods, careers, sometimes entire universities, who are completely dependent on EU money for making this problem. So my question is, how do we get to grips with not just the reality of the DSA, the hard side of censorship, but the way in which this is, the whole moral panic around disinformation is funded itself by the European Commission?